Hi, I'm Lynette and welcome. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all the makeup I was not supposed to buy in 2021. So if you're new here, last year I did a video titled all the makeup I'm not going to buy in 2021. And there was a photo of me and I had my hands up and I had the big red no because I was serious. I was serious about it. And so now I am back to let you know, to update you on how well I did. I broke up the makeup into 8 different categories, and one category I broke up into subcategories, and we'll get to that later. So there are 8 different makeup products that I said in 2020 I was not going to buy in 2021, and then I went even further and I broke it up into easy versus hard categories. Yes, because when I tell you I was serious, okay. So let's start off with the easy categories, and the first makeup item in the easy category was makeup sponges. Now in my original video I went through a whole thing about why I didn't need any more makeup sponges. I had bought the Paw Paw 6-pack sponges and I had Sonia Kashuk and blah 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 blah. So I was not going to be needing to buy any more makeup sponges in 2021. Now the question is, how did I do? Well, turns out it was an easy category because I bought 0 makeup sponges in 2021. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. The next easy category was brushes. So in 2020, I think that was the year of the declutter because I decluttered quite a few things, and one of them were brushes. I decluttered my face brushes, my eyeshadow brushes, massive declutter. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to need any more brushes because I just got rid of a crap ton of brushes and there's no need or reason for me to buy any more. So how did I do? Not so good. Definitely not as well as I did with makeup sponges. So what did I buy? Well, in no particular order, I did buy the large Colored Rain powder brush. It's dirty. Most of these are dirty because it's just so pretty. When I bought the bronzer, I said, I'm not just gonna go on there and buy this one thing and pay shipping and all that for this one thing. So let me go pick up this brush, and I just think it's so pretty. It's got the ombre handle, and then this big fluffy head. This is what I go for when I'm looking for a face powder brush. I think these are great for loose powder, and yeah, you can use it for pressed powder too, and it's just so big and so fluffy and it's soft. So yeah, bought it, don't regret it. And then I ended up purchasing 2 more Sigma what are these, tapered highlighter brushes. I already have, I think I only have one of these in my collection, and I rotate through my brushes. There are brushes that I'll fixate on and I'll use those exclusively, and then I'll just pick up other brushes and discover that, oh, you know what, I really love these brushes. I'm reminded again of how much I love the brushes, and these brushes I really do love. I actually think this is my favorite highlighter brush because it's got the long hairs. They're synthetic, but it comes to a tapered, almost to a point at the top, but it's a dense brush. It's not too fluffy and too flimsy, and it's just great. I actually used one of these, I think I have 3 now. I actually used one of these for my highlighter today, and just how it goes in here, and it's just really nice. This is also a good brush for setting your under eye powder as well, but I tend to use it exclusively for highlighter. So got two more of those, and I'm happy with those purchases. And then I ended up buying some more Rephr brushes. I think I don't remember when I first bought my first Rephr brushes. I don't know if it was it might have been 2020. Maybe 2019, I'm not sure, but they were having 50% off everything for Black Friday, and so I did go ahead and buy their crease brush set. Haven't used it yet. They're still in the bags. And then I had purchased one of the number 29 brushes, and then one of them came in the crease brush set. So yeah, bought some more eye brushes. I hadn't been using these brushes because they're white. I believe they're goat hair. They're natural goat hair brushes, and white haired brushes. I don't like to get dirty, but last year I started using my natural hair undyed brushes, and I really like the Refer brushes because they're not as expensive as my Sonia G and my Wayne Goss, so I feel a little better about dirtying them up. And they're good little workhorse brushes, nice and soft, and they come in a lot of different shapes. There's a couple of new ones in here that I didn't have, so yes, I don't regret that either. You're going to find that there's a lot of purchases that I wasn't supposed to buy, but I don't regret buying them. And then Blend Bunny, a indie brand that I just tried in 2021 for the first time. They came out with their first brushes, and I went and bought them. It is a bundle, actually, of 5 eye brushes. And these brushes caught my eye because they're a little smaller. I'm finding as my eyelids are drooping more and they're becoming more hooded, that smaller brushes will benefit me, I think, a little better than big fluffy brushes. Although I still love my big fluffy brushes, don't get it twisted. And yeah, so I went on ahead and I purchased this set, and I have been using them. I haven't used all 5 of them yet, but I have used like the biggest ones. These 2 I actually used this one today to apply the dark shade on my outer corner and then to blend it into the crease. And then I've used this one, the white one, which is a little bigger and fluffier. And yeah, I've been liking them. They're synthetic, they're soft, and I haven't gotten to these 3 yet, but I will, I'm sure. Haven't washed them yet, so I'm not sure how they'll hold up, but so far, so good. From the Sephora sale, I did pick up, one of the last Sephora sales, I did pick up the bronzer brush from the brand Say, which I've never purchased anything from them before, but this is what it looks like. Really nice, really nice. It's dense, it's soft, and I do like the handle. I have a Tarte brush that's like this that I really enjoy. So I haven't used it yet, but I'm looking forward to it, and it wasn't that expensive, so yeah, another fail. And then last but not least, in the brush category, I did recently during the Sephora, the last Sephora sale, I picked up the Pro Powder 50 brush. This is what it looks like. It actually doesn't look anything like it does in photos. This is a flat tapered brush, which actually looks just like, oh, I don't have it in front of me, but they have, that's now been discontinued. They have a bronzer contour brush, and it looks exactly like this. Now I'm wondering if they mislabeled this brush. But yeah, it's supposed to be the large powder brush, and in the photos it looks more round and more like this, not as big as this, but more shaped like this. So I'm just wondering if this will fluff out once because it does have the pinched ferrule here, so I'm not sure if maybe if I wash it, it'll fluff up. I did keep the packaging and the receipt. So yeah, this one it's kind of a regret, but I haven't used it yet, so we'll see. And yeah, so I didn't do too well in the brush category. Turns out it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. Okay, next up in the easy category is foundation. Yes, I had deemed foundation to be an easy category because I decluttered in 2020. I did a full foundation declutter, decluttered quite a few foundations, and thought, yeah, I don't need to buy any more foundations in 2021, especially since we were in a lockdown and I wasn't wearing foundation anyway. So that's going to be simple, right? Like, how hard could that be to not buy any, right? Well, it was a little harder than I anticipated, apparently, because I bought 4 foundations in 2021. The first one I don't have to show you, so I'll put a picture up here. It's from Estee Lauder, and it's the Futurist Hydro foundation. I purchased that because it was on sale at Ulta, and it's like a hydrating, I guess, foundation. It's not a matte foundation, and I thought it would be nice to mix that with my Double Wear because I love the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation. But that they don't have a shade for me in Estee Lauder in that foundation, and the Estee Lauder shade range is weird anyway because it's just odd. Like the neutral, I have the one that I use is a neutral, and I don't wear neutral foundations, but in Estee Lauder I'm a neutral. Anyway, I ended up taking that back to the store. And speaking of Estee Lauder Double Wear, I did purchase another Double Wear foundation. Now, what had happened was I didn't think, after decluttering my foundations, I didn't think I had any summer foundations left. I thought I got rid of everything, and you know, even though I wasn't really wearing foundation and I wasn't really going outside, I thought I needed a foundation for summer so that when I tanned, but I never left the house. Anyway, I went and bought one. And this is in the shade Sandalwood, which I thought was going to be my right shade. I had gotten a sample of it or swatched it or some time ago and thought, oh yeah, that's the shade. It's a little too warm, which is the case with Estee Lauder foundations in the warm shades. This is 6W1 Sandalwood, but then it turned out after I bought this, I saw that I did have one foundation left in my summer shade from Cover FX. So I didn't need to buy this one, and it's not a perfect match, but I have it. I didn't return it, so here we are. And then was a foundation that wasn't on my radar, but I started hearing more and more about it, and then said I just needed to try it. And then I had an interaction with the brand owner, and then I was like, yeah, I definitely want to support him, and I want to try this brand, and I want to try this foundation. So I did pick up the cream foundation from AJ Crimson. This is the Dual Skin foundation, and I have it in the shade, I'm pretty sure this is 4.5, and I got the refill, and this is 4.5. Yeah, I got the refill, and this is a really beautiful foundation. I'm not into cream makeup, but I did experiment a little bit in 2021 with more cream makeup, and this is a beautiful foundation, and I really like it. So yeah, I don't regret buying this one either. And then last but not least in the foundation category was a foundation that I don't think I mentioned it in my original video, but I was supposed to because I had some exceptions, right, in the video. And I forgot to mention them all. So one, I did have an exception for foundations because I already knew I was going to buy it when it first launched. I said, yeah, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to wait for it to go on sale, but I knew I was going to purchase it. And I did, and it was the powder foundation from Fenty Beauty, and I got it in the shade 400. I wear 410 in the matte foundation, and so I got 400 in the powder, and that is what it looks like. And just with 99% of the complexion products that I buy from Fenty Beauty, beautiful. Love it. Love how it looked on my skin. I used it as a setting powder instead of a powder foundation. I used it over my liquid foundations. Beautiful, but it broke me out. Just like 99% of the complexion products from this brand, it broke me out. I'm pretty sure this is it because I am cognizant now that I've had other products from the matte foundation breaks me out. Oh, there was something else that broke me out. Although I am able to wear the bronzer without a problem. So I did only wear this once, but I think I'm going to try it again just to be 100% positive that it was this that broke me out. And I just like with all my other complexion products from them, I don't know. I don't want to return it because it's so nice. And this was really, really nice. So I'm going to try it again. I only did it the one time. I'm going to try it again though. Look at the compact. The packaging is so nice. Like, really fancy. Why? So yeah. So of that easy category, I bought 4 foundations, and I didn't do terribly, but I didn't do well because I wasn't supposed to buy any. All right, we're still in the easy category, and the next product in that category is concealers. Yes, I deemed concealers an easy category because I did in 2020, I decluttered my concealers and I got rid of a lot. I didn't even know I had that many concealers. Just like foundations, I didn't know I had that many. But I got rid of concealers, and I actually can get rid of a whole lot more, to be honest with you. And I think I might do that this year. But after doing my declutter, I said I don't need any more concealers, especially since we were in the middle of the la pandemia and I wasn't going anywhere and I wasn't wearing any makeup, so except for YouTube videos. So I was like, oh well, it'll be easy for me not to pick up any concealers. And there was a concealer that I was interested in, the Anastasia Beverly Hills. They came out with a concealer, and after hearing so many good reviews about it, I was like, ooh, I'd like to try it. And a matter of fact, I had planned on buying it during the last Sephora sale, but I kind of forgot about it. And then when I remembered it, I was like, oh, I didn't want to go to the store and try to do a shade match, and I didn't want to try to guess my shade online, so I just didn't bother, and I forgot about it and really never thought about it again, which was a good thing because I ended up not buying not one concealer in 2021. Thank you very much. So yeah, no concealers, which I'm kind of surprised at because I love concealers. Yeah, now will I be buying any in 2022? Maybe, especially when I declutter some more. But yeah, I stuck to my guns, and concealers turned out to be an easy category. Next up, on the makeup I was not supposed to buy in 2021. Well, this isn't actually makeup. It's lashes. I have a drawer full of lashes. I only wear lashes in YouTube videos, which did change a little bit in 2021 because I'm still horrible at applying lashes. For the most part, they're very uncomfortable because I don't put them on correctly, and then you end up pinching me or popping off like they're not, you know, they're not adhered. They're always usually a hot mess. But, you know, for the last almost 5 years, I've been practicing. And I've gotten a little better at applying them, but my application skills are still trash. Anywho, I thought, yeah, I don't need to buy any more lashes, and I'm set and I'm good, and it should be a wrap. Well, it was not a wrap because Sephora collaborated with House of Lashes, which I think now is one of my, if not my favorite eyelash brand now. And they came out with some collaboration lashes, and I tried them. They were on sale. They were on sale for about 50 years, it seems like. Because I guess they were trying to get rid of them at one point. So they were on sale for $7 forever. And so when they first went on sale, I tried a couple of pairs because I love House of Lashes, and ended up really enjoying some of these lashes. I guess, I don't know when I first bought it. Before I did this video, I had purchased some and really, really liked them. So I was like, yeah, I don't need any more. But they were still on sale. They hadn't sold out. They were still $7. And after having tried them and knowing that I really liked them, I went and bought some more. So I bought 2 styles, multiples in the 2 styles. My favorite being the amethyst lashes. These, I just love these. I actually ended up buying 5 pairs of these. but I only have 2 pair left because I've already like ruined 3 pairs of them, so I'm really sad about that. And these are now sold out, and I'm pretty sure they're not coming back. So yeah, love these lashes. Don't know what I'm going to buy to replace them, but love those. And then I bought 3 more pairs of the citrine lashes. These are not as dramatic. I know they probably look kind of dramatic. They are dramatic. They're dramatic for me, but I feel like they're not as dramatic as the amethyst. I don't know. Turns out I like them. So I bought 3 more pairs, and that was it for lashes. So I didn't go haywire, I don't think, with them, but I did buy more than I needed to, especially since I wasn't supposed to buy any. Okay, so just like lashes, I bought plenty of lashes in 2020. Didn't feel like I needed any more in 2021. Colorful eyeliners was another category that I thought would be easy, fairly easy. Because I did buy quite a few colorful liners in 2020. And yeah, I really enjoy colorful liners when I'm doing a look. Sometimes I want to do a neutral look and I do want to put a pop of color. So rather than use it in my eyeshadow, I'll put it on my waterline, or I'll put a liner on my lower lash line. So yeah, I really do enjoy colorful liners, but I wasn't supposed to buy any in 2021. So how well did I do? Well, I didn't do horribly, but I did buy some. So first off, and I missed, oh no, yeah, actually I have the wrong one here. I did end up buying some from LA Girl. I went to Ulta one day. I was minding my own business in Ulta, and they were having a sale, and LA Girl liners were on sale, and I do have quite a few of the colorful liners from LA Girl, and I really do enjoy them. They're probably my favorite. So I saw that they had some pastel liners, so I said, oh, let me try some pastels. And so I ended up picking up 3 of the pastel liners, and I really enjoy them. They're really nice. They have that same quality as the other liners. They're creamy, but they are matte. They go on well, they apply well, and they last a nice length of time in my waterline. And the colors show up. Even though they're pastel, they're very pretty, very pretty. So wasn't supposed to buy them, but I'm glad I did. And they were so cheap. And then from Sephora has this shadow crayon slash liner, so you can use it as a eyeliner, as eyeshadow, but you can also use it as a liner. And this is from Sephora, and it is the crayon, whatever. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see it, but it's their jumbo crayon slash liner, and that's what it looks like. And this is in the shade My Boyfriend's Jeans, which I have been wanting for so very long, since I first saw Tina the Fancy Face use this color years ago, and I finally picked it up, and she is gorgeous. I have worn her in my waterline, and just as vibrant as it looks here, the pencil, it's similarly vibrant on the skin, and I just love it. Love it. No, I was not supposed to buy it, but I did, and I'm glad I did. And then last but not least, in the colorful eyeliner category, I did pick up a liner from ColourPop. This was part of their Disney Tinkerbell collaboration, and I did buy the palette, the Sprinkle of Magic palette. Anyway, I bought the palette that went along with this collection, but I did also buy this liner. I did not need to buy another liner. I didn't need to buy another green liner, but I just thought in photos that this looked so pretty, and when I saw other people swatch it on their channels, I thought it was really pretty. So I went on ahead and I purchased it, and yeah, this is one thing that I do regret having bought. The color is pretty, but I did use it in my waterline, and it didn't last at all. Not at all. Not not even a little bit. So that was a bummer. This was very lackluster and performed very poorly. And yeah, so shouldn't have gotten it, wasn't supposed to get it, and I'm sorry that I did. Now we're getting into the hard categories. The ones that I had decided in my original video, these products were going to be a little more difficult for me to resist buying in 2021, but I put them on here anyway because, like I said, I was serious about this plan. So the first one in that category was lip products. So I was not supposed to buy any lipsticks, any lip balms, any lip glosses in 2021 because I bought a nice amount, a fair amount in 2020. Most of them were from Pat McGrath, her Divinals and her lip glosses. Was it Bergdorf Goodman had a sale and I bought a whole crap ton of her glosses, and so I was like, you know, I don't need any. And again, we were in lockdown. I wasn't wearing lip products except in YouTube videos, so I don't need no more damn lip products. I did a whole lipstick declutter, got rid of massive amount of lipsticks and glosses, and like, yeah, I'm good. So how did I do? I didn't do too well. So now there were supposed to be exceptions in that category, which I forgot to mention in my original video. Okay, yes, you say what you want, whatever, it's true. There were supposed to be some exceptions, and one of the exceptions were from Fenty Beauty. Fenty Beauty came out with some lip creams in 2020? Because I already knew about them. So yeah, it must have been 2020 they were coming out. So those were an exception. I already knew when I saw them that I was going to buy them at a discount, of course. So I was going to wait it out until I could get them on sale. And yeah, I already knew that I was going to purchase those because I like the Fenty Beauty glosses, the gloss bombs, and the creams. I saw people's videos and I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to try those. So those were an exception, and I did end up picking up 2 of them. Oh god, this one is cookie jar. So I got one in this like caramel brown color, and then this one is Mauve Wives. I knew I was gonna get Mauve Wives. Actually, Mauve Wives is what I'm wearing today, and yeah, I really like them. This color isn't a color that I typically go for, and I don't love it, but you know, it's nice. But Mauve Wives is like this, yeah, it's this mauve, this mauvey pink shade. I'm actually gonna put on a little because the shine doesn't last long, but it's nice and it feels nice and it looks glossy, and I love this like grungy mauve color. The only thing I don't like about these is the smell and the taste. Like right now I can taste it. Ugh, but I'm willing to put up with it. It does go away soon afterwards, but I'm willing to put up with it because I love the formula and I love the color. This Mauve Wives especially, I love the color. So yeah, those were an exception that I didn't mention in the video, but I should have. Okay, all right. Now what weren't exceptions, also from Fenty Beauty, she came out with a holiday, what was it, liquid paint, one of her liquid paints. It was a little holiday set, and it has 2 mini liquid paints in it, and I don't know, I really do like the formula of their liquid lipsticks. I do have a couple of full sizes in my collection, so when I saw this I couldn't help myself, so I did end up buying the set, and I just wore one of them just recently at the end of the year. It's one of the last videos I did. I think it was my favorite eyeshadow palettes of 2021. If you didn't see that, no worries, I will link it up here for your viewing pleasure. And yeah, it was the red one, and it's this one, Unmatched, and then this one is Underrated, which is more of a mauve, and Unmatched is a gorgeous, gorgeous red. I actually did get compliments. Some of you complimented me on that shade in that video. It's a beautiful true red, blue red, just the perfect, the reds that I love so much. And I just recently decided at the end of 2021 that I want to wear red lipstick more often. Back in the day, when I was just getting started, before I even wore makeup like this, I always wore lipstick. That was the first thing I ever wore. And I used to wear red lipstick every day. I'd go to work and I would wear red lipstick. And it was like my neutral color. And then I got away from it for a minute. And then I tried for some years, and then was it some years? I think it was some years. And then I tried to go back to it, and I don't know, it just seemed like it was too bright and it was too much. So I got away from it again, but that didn't stop me from going on this quest to find the perfect red. So I have some reds, some that I decluttered, but I do have some in my collection that I rarely wear, and I really want to get back into wearing red lipstick because I love it. It was my first love when it comes to makeup. That was my first love. So yeah, wasn't supposed to buy these, but I'm so glad I did. And I really love the Fenty applicator because I really feel like I can do precise application with this applicator. It's oval and it's flat, and I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if my camera is focusing or not, but yeah, it really makes application very easy. So yeah, you will be seeing more of these in the new year. All right, another product I was not supposed to buy. Now, there was another exception to the lip product category, which I did mention in the video, and it was from Pat McGrath. And I said in my video, if she came out with any new Divino colors, I was going to buy them. Okay, so she did end up coming out, I think, with at least one, maybe two new colors, and I did go ahead and buy some colors that were already in the existing lineup. So I did end up buying 3 Divinos in 2021 from Pat McGrath. And one of them I know one of them was already in her permanent collection that I never picked up because I thought it was going to be too light. So, you know, she was having a sale and I finally broke down and I purchased it. And this one is in Nude Venus. And I was right, it is way lighter than I like, but I have worn it. I do pair it, of course, with a brown lip liner, usually MAC Chestnut. And yeah, I actually did a look recently and posted it on Instagram, and someone commented about the lip combination was really nice. So, I mean, it's nice. Not my favorite color, but I wear it from time to time. And then I don't know if Divine Rose 2 was a new color in 2021 or not, but I ended up getting Divine Rose 2. And you'll see that they're all pretty similar. So this is Divine Rose 2, and then I'll swatch them for you. This is Nude Venus. So, oh, I just messed it up. Yikes. So this one is Nude Venus right here, and then this one is Divine Rose 2. Nude Venus is more of a mauve pinky peach, which I don't usually go for. I don't really go for. And then this one is more of a pink, but a deeper pink mauve tone, which I like. So that's Divine Rose 2 and Nude Venus. And then she did come out with a new shade, which is Flush 7. And I knew I was buying this when it came out. So this one right here is Flush 7. You'll see the theme, right? They're all pinky, mauve, purpley shades. That is Ms. Dame McGrath's aesthetic. But this formula, you've heard me talk about it before. This formula is my favorite. It's just so beautiful. It's so comfortable. It's so easy. I love it. So this was an exception, and I wasn't supposed to buy these, or at least this one, but yes, I did pick up some more Divinos. Okay. Woo, 2 more to go. Wow. From DJ's Unique Boutique, I did pick up one of her lip glosses. It's a duochrome lip gloss in the shade Rose Gold. And look at the package. First of all, you get a shit ton. Look at how big this tube is. And then the pink top with the pearls around it. How cute is that? And then you can definitely see the duochrome flip in there, the pink and the gold. And DJ is here, PGD. She is on YouTube as well, so feel free to check her out. I do have an affiliate link and a discount code in my description box always, so feel free to check her out. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I don't know if you can see the shift, but it's gold and it's pink and it's beautiful. So I did purchase that because it's gorgeous and I wanted to support her. And then last but not least, one of my more recent purchases, and it's from NYX, and it is one of their butter glosses. And this one is in the shade Cinnamon Roll. And I think the NYX butter glosses are really nice. They're just, you know, they're nice. This applicator is really small though. It would be nice to have a bigger one, and the packaging is really tiny too, but they make a nice formula. And I think this might have been a new shade that they came out with. They came out with this full line of like nude glosses, nude shades of the gloss. And that is Cinnamon Roll, if you can see that right there. And this is right up my alley. It's a cool tone brown, beigey brown. And yeah, I love to put that over pink or mauve lipsticks, or to wear it on its own, paired with MAC Chestnut lip liner or another brown liner. And yes, very nice. So wasn't supposed to buy it, but I'm glad I did. And now we are up to the last category, which was the hardest category. And I knew this in 2020, and it remains to be a hard category here in 2021, and it's eyeshadow palettes. Now, I did not say in that video that I was not going to buy any eyeshadow palettes, because that would have been a straight lie. And I don't come on here and purposely lie to y'all. Now, I may unconsciously lie to myself, but I don't purposely lie to y'all. So that I did not do. But what I did do, this is a category I broke down into subcategories. I did pick out certain types of color stories that I was going to try not to buy in 2021. So the first category was cool tones eyeshadow palettes, and I described it as beiges and browns, like the neutral cool tone palettes. And I did buy cool toned neutral palettes, and I actually included that in this list in 2020 because I have picked up the Natasha Denona Glam palette, which is a neutral like grays and browns. I picked up the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette, which has really every cool tone neutral eyeshadow you could ever want. So I figured after and I have a lot of other cool tone palettes, but I figured after getting those 2 cool tone neutral palettes that I was pretty set for 2021. Well, not so much, because I did purchase some neutral cool tone palettes, and one of them being from NARS, the Climax palette, which you've seen me take it out of this box several times now in several videos. So yeah, this was a palette that I should not have purchased. I wasn't supposed to buy, and yeah, it's pretty much a cool tone neutral palette. I mean, not so much with browns and beiges, but you know, you have a couple of these taupes here and this light beige, and then like this mauve, and I mean, it's definitely a cool tone palette. Whether or not it fit into the category, I think it did, so I included it. Another palette that I was not supposed to buy and did, one of my most recent acquisitions, is from ColourPop, and it's the Star Wars collaboration. And this one is the Mandalorian palette. And this is definitely a cool tone neutral palette. Yeah, that I was not supposed to buy. But it's so beautiful and it performs nicely as well. And yeah, no regrets, no regrets. Also from Juvia's Place, I did pick up the Rebel Grays palette. And I did say like, oh yeah, I did say grays. In that video, I did say browns, beiges, and grays. So this is pretty much, this is a gray palette. So this definitely fell into that category of eyeshadows I wasn't supposed to buy. From Viseart, the Paris Etoile little mini petite palette, cool toned. It's got some beige shadows in there, well, a beige shadow in there. It's got some grays and just some other cool tone shadows. So I included that in my list of shadows I wasn't supposed to buy. And then last but not least, and there might be others, but these are the ones I chose as fitting in that category. Also from ColourPop, the Blowing Smoke palette. And this one is just full of blacks and grays, and you've got a white and a silver. So I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 palettes in that category, which is, yeah, that's a significant amount of palettes that I wasn't supposed to buy. The next category of eyeshadow palettes I wasn't supposed to buy were monochromatic pink or purple or mauve palettes, or palettes that were heavy in those colored shadows. So how did I do in that category? About as well as I did in the cool tone category. I did go on ahead and pick up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina 5 palette, which is a straight monochromatic purple palette. But oh my god, I mean, how could I resist? I couldn't. Clearly I could not resist. And I did pick up the blushed rose palette from Juvia's Place, and you know, it's got some pinks, it's got some mauves in there. Another beautiful palette. I mean, I like this color story. What was I thinking? I'm not sure what I was thinking. I was thinking I have a lot of these types of palettes already. That's what I was thinking. The LA Girl, the Main Stage palette, which now I know is the name. Main Stage is the name of the palette, not Desert Dream, whatever. I did pick up this palette in 2021, and it was a no-no in 2 categories. The last one, which I'm going to go over with you in a minute. But you see, it is also, we've got some blue purples here, but blues, we got some mauves, we got some, so it's kind of heavy in the purple mauve area. So yeah, wasn't supposed to get that. From Pat McGrath, I did get her Holiday Mega Palette. And you know, Miss Dame McGrath is all about the pinks and the mauves. So yeah, this palette is full of pink and mauve tones. But I love it. I love it. From Glam Light, I did pick up the Michaela palette. And this one, you know, it's not heavy with purples, but you do have quite a bit of purples in here. So I did include it. Whether or not I should have, yeah, I probably should have. Shouldn't have bought that. From Beauty Bay, the Age of Opulence palette. And, oof. Yeah, gorgeous. This one fits into another category as well that I wasn't supposed to buy. But look at these purples here and plums, and oh, just beautiful. But yeah, I couldn't resist, so I didn't. And yeah, that's it. I mean, you know, it wasn't too horrible, but seeing that I wasn't supposed to buy any of these palettes, the fact that I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is not so great. I didn't bat. My average on that wasn't very good. And the last subcategory of the eyeshadow palette category was blue-green eyeshadow palettes. So I didn't go with monochromatic green palettes because, you know, me and green eyeshadow, we got a love thing going on, okay? So I was not gonna even set myself up for more failure by restricting myself from buying monochromatic green palettes. But I did say that blue-green palettes that were heavy on blues and greens together, blues, like I really didn't need any more blue palettes. So yeah, so blue or blue-green palettes were on the list of palettes I was not going to buy in 2021. And yeah, that was as difficult as you probably guessed that it would have been. So like I said, the LA Girl Main Stage palette did fit into both of those categories of the purple pink palettes and the blue green palette, because here we have the greens and we have these blues here. So this is a heavy blue green, probably more heavy on the blue and the greens than the purples, but yeah, it kind of fit in both of those categories, as well as the Beauty Bay Age of Opulence palette. Same, it's kind of got probably the same amount of blue green shades as it does the purple shades. So yeah, this one was just a twofer. Like, girl, we're not supposed to buy this palette at all. And then from Unique Beauty, I believe they are an indie brand, black owned indie brand in England. The Bubble Time palette, this is like a blue seafoam green color story. I mean, it's a blue-green palette, right? So gorgeous, but wasn't supposed to buy that one. From Clarity Cosmetics, oh, the Cobra palette. I mean, look at that packaging, and you can see why. You can see why from this color story that I couldn't resist this. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous. These like dirty mustard greens here. These deep greens. These beautiful, ooh, shimmer, seafoam, blue greens, and then this beautiful dark blue matte, like just, oh, gorgeous. I don't love the mattes in this. Actually, I didn't like the mattes in this palette too tough, but this color story is so gorgeous that I really have to use this palette again because it is just so gorgeous. But yeah, I wasn't supposed to buy that. And then from Juvia's Place, another one of their Rebel Quads. This one is the Mints, like a seafoam green. I keep saying seafoam blue, seafoam green palette. Yeah, shouldn't have bought that one. And then last but not least, from ColourPop, the High Tides palette. Another beautiful seafoam blue green palette. Absolutely gorgeous. Can't wait to play in this one. So all in all, this endeavor that I committed myself to in 2021 was an epic fail. And yeah, it was an epic fail. I was successful in not buying any concealers or any makeup sponges. That's about all the success I had in terms of the makeup I wasn't supposed to buy in 2021. Going forward, I am not going to put these kinds of constraints on myself, and I'm not going to make them public either. Going forward in 2022, I'm just going to try and be more mindful about not bringing more into my makeup collection than I really need. I don't need it anymore, but you know what I mean. Or stuff that I may not use, or that I'm going to end up in a couple of years decluttering because I have so much of it that I can't possibly use it all, or that it's gone bad, like some of my lipsticks did that I decluttered, you know. So I'm going to try not to be so in excess when I'm making purchases. But yeah, my little experiment, my public experiment in terms of a low buy, yeah, that was an exercise in futility. But hey, I wouldn't have known it unless I tried it. I tried to hold myself accountable by doing a video and making it public, and yeah, I failed, but hey, I tried. Let me know in the comments below, were there any makeup products that you told yourself, you know, I don't really need any more of that in 2021. I can get away with not buying any more of that. Let me know what those were in the comments. If you liked this video, then please give it a like and consider subscribing. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.